Hi, this is Eric Martin with BoardGameGeek. I'm here with designer Flo de Haan, co-designer of Western Empires from 999 Games, with Michael Brunsma from 999. This is being demoed at Gen Con 2019. It's not out yet.
Not out yet.
But when is the plan for release?
Well, it's out on Spiel in Essen, October 28th.
Okay.
And you can pick it up there. You can pre-order now, but you can pick it up there.
Okay, but
and
we had a
The
chance.
good news is that the games have been produced yesterday.
Oh, all right.
They're
That's
all
good.
ready.
It's gonna happen.
So we don't do a lot of previews here at Gen Con, just because we usually want to show a finished game. But this, as you're saying, is like a
This
final
is the
production
finished game.
copy.
Final production.
Want to give people a chance to look at what's coming, because I know this is an involved design.
Yeah.
So maybe give an overview here of what we're doing.
Yeah, I will. So I've designed this together with my friend John Rodriguez and my cousin Gerard. So we're a team, and we spent over 10 years developing this game. And it is based on an original design by Francis Tresham called Civilization, but we expanded it way more. Actually, this is a part of a combination of two games called Western Empires and Eastern Empires.
Okay.
And both games can be combined to a game of 5 to 18 players. And it takes up to 12 hours. This is only the half of the game. For 5 to 9 players can be played standalone.
Okay. So this is not Mega Civilization, but
Well, it's an upgrade of Mega Civilization.
okay. It's split into two games.
Split into
so there'll
two
be
games.
Eastern Empires later.
Yeah, we got a
Western
lot
Empires
of
now.
requests on Mega Civilization to have a game that's a bit smaller because not everybody has 18 friends. So, well, you can play with 5 minimum,
Right.
but you can play with 5 to 9 players this game.
Okay. So what's the scope of the game in terms of the timeline and what we're trying to do over the course of the game?
Yeah, I can show you this timeline here. It's the archaeological succession table. Well, we start at 8000 BC in the Stone Age, and we end up here through the Bronze Age up to the late Iron Age.
Okay.
So you got around 8,000 years of history that we're going through. It takes up to 12 hours from here to here. So the objective of the game is develop your own empire on the board. It's not a war game. It is a culture development trading game. So you have to cooperate to make an economy on the world. You have to construct cities, and those cities will give you trading cards. Those trading cards will give you enough points, so eventually you spend these points to develop these civilization advances. I've taken a few of the examples, like Wonder of the World, Provincial Empire, we got Theocracy, Astronavigation. We got 51 different of these cards, and in a full game of 12 hours, you can only buy somewhat 20 or 25 of these cards. So every new game that you play, you have a different strategy.
Okay.
It's not like you can buy all the cards all of the time. So that is somewhat the objective of the game, but also the game includes a lot of calamities. Most games will have a climax situation where you start small and at the end of the game you're very big, like Catan. But this game is a cycle of growth and destruction, And in between, you have to make up your civilization that way that you can gain benefit from it, recover from it. You have to defend against those calamities, like we got volcanoes over here, and we got floodplains over here that will flood. We got earthquakes, we got civic calamities like civil war, civil disorder, stuff like that.
Okay. So do we have some idea of where these catastrophes are coming? Advance notice of what's coming, and so we can
like
plan
I said,
for that?
you build cities, and those cities will give you these trade cards over here. I will put them like this. Well, the more cities you have on the board, the more higher value trade cards you get. If you got 9 cities on the board, for example, you will get up to these 9 gold card, or 8 marble, or 7 resin. In these stacks of cards, we will also have the calamity cards. And those calamities will be tradable, but some of them are not.
Okay.
So if you got the highest calamity of the gold card, you will get a regression that will set you back. If you are the victim of regression, you will get 1 step back, maybe possibly back to the Stone Age, or you were already in the Iron Age and you regress back to the Bronze Age.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
These calamities are hidden in these resource cards. You get them, but you mustn't show that you get one. You keep a straight face, because you will not suffer this one necessarily. There's the opportunity during the trading phase, which lasts maybe 10 or 15 minutes. There's the opportunity to trade it away. So you promise someone a nice fat card like marble, and you always trade 3 for 3. So you must tell about 2 cards the truth, but the third one is you can promise something nice, but hand away a calamity.
Okay.
So the fun thing is, you have 9 players, a big group. Well, if you're familiar to a game like Catan, then trading is the player that is on turn can trade. But in this game, everyone can trade with everyone.
Okay.
So it's a lot of mess around the table, people screaming and shouting, I want that card, I have this card. And especially in bigger games, it's really, really fun.
Okay.
And when the gong goes, it's over, and who gets stuck with these calamities will suffer the calamities.
Okay. Now I imagine you adjust the board, you've got some out of play markers, so based on the number of players, you're going to have different regions of the world that are available.
If you play 9 players, you play the full board. For 8 players, you mark a few areas out of play. We got it in the rule book, which areas we designed it that way.
Okay. And as you mentioned, 12-hour playing time?
12-hour
Is that
playing
the same
time.
based on the number of players?
No,
or
it's regardless of the number of players, because the game is all played simultaneously. There is no turn-by-turn procedure.
Okay.
So regardless of the number of players, no matter if you play 5 players or when you combine this with Eastern Empires, you play with 18 players, it always takes 12 hours.
Okay.
Because there's time limits in the phases, and all other actions are played simultaneously. So you move simultaneous, you trade simultaneous, you build simultaneous, you destroy simultaneous. It's all playing at the same time.
More of a realization of the world, a representation of that. That's all simultaneous.
All simultaneous.
I know. That's what I love too, is being in here interviewing people, and then you all the other stuff going on.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So
It
you
must
get
be
to
said
relive
it's-
that here.
It must be said it's not a war game, but there are some border conflicts.
Yeah.
But
Conflicts
it's
occur.
never a good idea to set forth and destroying another player, because you're going to lose if you do that.
Okay. Well, that's the common goal, right? The
it's common goal,
players battle. Only everyone else profits from that.
Well, if you play a game of Risk, for example, you play with 3 players in total, and 2 players attack 1, then the 2 players might win. But if you play 9 players, and 2 players will fight with each other, they will both lose population and will lose because the other 7 players will eventually grow better or faster than they do.
Right.
So you don't want too much conflict in the game.
Okay.
It's a game of culture, more or less.
Okay. Anything else? It sounds like a very nice overview.
Yeah, well.
And we'll see this at Spiel 19.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
Western Empires from 999 Games. Thank you very much, Flo and Michael, for the overview.
Thank you.